Very good morning, students. Today we are going to see the northern plain, that is the second topic of the lesson, northern plain. And we know the three major rivers of North India, that is Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. These three rivers and its tributaries, means branches, all to, with the help of these three rivers and its tributaries, the North Indian plain it formed. We are going to see that one detailed way. The northern plain has formed by the interplay of the three major river system, namely Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, and along with the tributaries. And we know Yamuna, like that other rivers, Satluj, like that tributaries of Ganga and Yamuna. In the Indian map, you can physical map of India, you can find out the three major rivers we know. Then the tributaries of that rivers you can find out. Then Brahmaputra, these plains is formed of alluvial soil. The soil type of this one, it is alluvial. This you want to study in the when you are going to be there in 10th standard in land resources or the soil resources. At that time you want to study different types of soil. So it is important that all three North Indian plains formed with the help of three rivers. It is alluvial soil and that is very fertile. That's why we can see the green revolution, like that things started in Punjab, Haryana area because of presence of this North Indian rivers. Then how the alluvial soil formed there? The deposition of the alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of Himalaya over millions of years formed this fertile plain, because with the help of these three rivers, the deposition came from where Himalayan ranges, and it is deposited in the foothills of Himalaya for thousands of years, millions of years, and slowly it formed the plains. Then it spread over an area of 70 lakh square kilometers. The area total it is 7 lakh square kilometers. The plain being about 2,400 kilometers long and 240 and 320 kilometers broad. So the area wise, when we are thinking, we can see that one the area wise we can see the total length of the plain, that is 2,400 kilometers, and the width of that one it is varies from both side, east to west side. We can see that one 240 kilometers to 320 kilometers. So the area it is coming near about, total area it is 4 lakh square kilometers. Then this area very densely populated, means the total number of the people living in UP, MP, Haryana, that is very high when we are comparing with other states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, like that. When we are comparing this area, it is population of that area or density of population, it is very high. Then how we want to find out the density of population, that we studied in 8th standard? Are you remembering? What do you mean by density of population? In a square kilometer, how many people we are living? According to that is known as the density of population. And with a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate, we can see the speciality of that area. We know already the soil is very fertile. So the soil cover combined with adequate water supply, because the rivers are present. Then favorable climate, because in the rainy season they are getting enough water and rainy also. Then in the winter season also they are having the cool climate, and not in Himachal Pradesh like that area, but better when we are comparing with. Then for the which crop they are planting there, or wheat, like that things, it is winter season is good for that. Then that's why we can see the maximum agricultural product in this area when we are comparing with South India or any other part of India. So what we discussed, the where is the northern plain and how it formed, with which rivers are helping for the formation of that one, and what is the length and total area, how much it is, what is the width of that one, and how it is becoming the how it is contributing in a major way for the agriculture production. These many points we have seen already. Then we are moving to next part, that is the The rivers coming from the northern mountain are involved the depositional work that we have seen already. When the river is coming from the river side, if it is the river and water is coming like this, means there will be waterfalls. So there is a chance to bring maximum fertile soil or deposition. And in the lower course, due to the gentle slope in the velocity of the river decreases, which results the formation of riverine islands. We can see the any river, it starts from the mountain area, it will flow very fastly, and where we can see the gentle slope, that area the water will flow very slowly, the flow of the water, it will decrease, and it may the deposition of one side, it may be in the middle or in the side, we can see. So sometimes we can see the formation of riverine islands. We can, just before the Patna, from it started from Bihar itself and ending in Bihar itself, we can see the riverine plain there, and Ganga is divided into two parts and moving in two parts. Middle it is the plain area and very fertile land, and problem is in the river, the river is overflowing in the monsoon time as well as in the summer time, and these people, they are becoming in trouble because there is no transportation facility or like that things to this particular area. Because of that Ganga river, if, those who have visited Ganga, you know the width of Ganga, it is if you are looking from together, it is we can see that waves even in the Ganga river, that much broad and long river it is. So when it is flow of the river, it is decreasing, that time the formation of riverine islands, it is happening. Then Majuli in Brahmaputra river is the longest inhabited riverine island in the world. Even in Brahmaputra there is, and that is Majuli, that is in the Brahmaputra river, it made it, and that is the inhabited, means the people, they are living there, that is the biggest one in the world, not in the India. So we were seeing that how it is forming the riverine island and which one is the biggest one or largest one in the world. Then next one, the rivers in the lower course split into numerous channels due to the deposition of slit. These channels are known as the tributaries. If we know, when we are drawing river, I used to say to you people, you should draw like this nerves, like the what we can say, the blood vessels like that. And why it is forming like this? Because in between area it is depositing the deposits what they are bringing. So it is forming to different channels. In between also we can see the Ganga river, it is coming like this and flowing, and in between it is making two, and again it is near to Patna, it will join together. So this area we can see, and sometimes like this tributaries, this is the riverine island what we are making by the rivers, and we can see the river is starting from one area and it is making, for example, the river is flowing like this, and here it the deposit it the river deposited the things what it brought. It may be parts of stone or big trees like that, many things. Then when it is coming here next year, it may make into two parts, and in some area when it will reach, that time it will join again. And again we can see like this tributaries in between. If you are looking at the map of India, river map of India, we can see each both rivers, especially Indus and Ganga, having many branches. Okay, then these branches are the channels, it is known as the tributaries of the rivers. Then next one, the northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. We can make into three sections. First section, it is western part of the northern plain, means the Punjab area, Haryana area, or even the part of Jammu Kashmir area, we can see that one. And the northern plain, it is normally we are calling it Punjab plain, and it is formed with the help of Indus River and its tributaries. The tributaries of Indus River and Indus River, it is forming the plain in Punjab area, Punjab Kashmir, and Haryana area, it is known as the Punjab plains. And the longer part of its plain lies in lies in Pakistan. Now it is country is divided into two, not two, three, and the Pakistan and India, and maximum this western plain, it is part of Pakistan present. Then the Indus and its tributaries like Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi and Beas and Satluj originated in Himalaya, and this section of the plain is dominated by the domes. We can see the in the Indian map, we can see the Indus River and its tributaries, which is flowing from Himalaya, and where it is reaching like that. Let me check that Indian map. No. Okay. I will give Indian map picture later. In that you can see. Okay, here it is there. We can see the rivers which is started. Indus River, then Jhelum, Ravi, in Indus River, Jhelum, Ravi, Chenab and Satluj. These rivers, it is starting from Himalaya, and it is going and reaching in Arabian Sea. So what we are saying, that the rivers which is, and it is forming the plain area here in this one, and maximum it is part of Pakistan present. Then next one, DOMS is made up of two words, do meaning two and ab meaning water. Similarly, the Punjab is also made up of two words, Panch means meaning, five, and ab means water. Means Punjab is the name came with the help of this five Indus River and its tributaries, because there is five rivers, that's why the name came. Then Dom, why it is knowing why it is calling like that. Dom means two and ab means water. In between two waters, the plains are formed in between the two waters. Means the Indus and Jhelum, in between the we can see the plain formed like that. That is known as the domes. Not continuous like a Ganga plain. Then we are moving to next one, that is Ganga plain. That Ganga plain extends between Gangar and the Teesta river. We can see that one again in the map, Ganga and Teesta river. Okay, it is here you can see the Ganga river. It is starting Ganga river and reaching to Koshi Sanna. Okay, Teesta, it is not showed in the map. Okay, it is coming here in the end part, that is the Teesta river, and in between area we can see, means it is starting from here Haryana. It is starting from Haryana area and reaching to West Bengal. When we are saying about Indian situation, it is reaching to West Bengal, and we can see the states Delhi, Haryana, Delhi, UP, then Bihar, West Bengal, all this, even part of Madhya Pradesh, everything is under coming under this northern Ganga plain. That is Ganga plain, where it is that we have seen already. And then the spread over the states of North India, that is Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partially Jharkhand and West Bengal, and to its east, West Bengal to east, and particularly in Assam lies the Brahmaputra plain. In Assam area we can see the Brahmaputra plain, because Arunachal area, Arunachal Pradesh, or from where it is coming to India, the Brahmaputra, that area it is hilly area, so there we can't see any plain cities, hillside. Then that is the three major means three divisions of plains. Again, first division, that is Punjab plain, second one Ganga plain, third one is the Brahmaputra plain. And Punjab plain maximum, it is the maximum part, it is lies in Pakistan, and some part in Punjab, and partially it is in Haryana also. Then we know the second one is Ganga plain, that is starting with the help of Ganga river, and we can see the states, 4-5 states they are sharing the Ganga plain, that is Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, partially Jharkhand and West Bengal also having the sharing the Ganga plain. Then next one, that is in Assam, that is in Brahmaputra plain. Then okay, we'll stop here and we'll continue in next video.